I don't know. Good morning, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? This is Spirit Journey. Today is September 30th. Ooh, wee. It's September 30th, 2023, and the time right now is 5:16 a.m. How are you all doing? Yes, I've been up for a while now. Yes. Yeah, if I fall asleep, I fell asleep in my living room, had my computer on, fell asleep and woke up. Yeah, I was up, I think, around 2 something in the morning. But I feel pretty good, and I'm drinking my water with my sea salt and minerals. So yeah, that's right next to me. And yes, how you all doing? Wow, the signs of the time. Wow, I'm just thinking, boy, this year, this month, where did it go? And that's what I said last month. I can't believe it. October is, what was it, tomorrow? It is something else. Let me see here. Okay, yes, tomorrow is October 1st. Wow. And I'm going to talk about some things here. I'm going to talk about the weather. I'm going to talk about, what did I do? This Black History info and this vision that I had. I'll first talk about the weather because that's more like pressing right now. Yeah, the weather, man, past few days. We had like one break in the weather that was beautiful. 2 days ago, I went out with my little doggy Woggies. It was gorgeous, gorgeous. The sun was out, nice cool breeze. Oh, I loved it. But honey, prior to that and yesterday, it was raining cats and dogs. It was like a white mist because it was so the saturation of the water. Yeah, it's a flood alert. It was a flood alert, a flood emergency. Yeah, flash flood in New York City and the Hudson Valley. Oh yeah. Um, yeah, it looked like a river, like Brooklyn. It's low grounds in Brooklyn. And so it's very prone to flooding, and even parts of Queens where I'm from. Yes, it looked like a river. Boy, it looked bad. It looked really bad. So, so I got distracted there. Yeah, the weather is changing, and it hasn't been like this over the years. I mean, like this weather, just everything, and yet they want to make you think that it is what do you call climate change. Yeah, winter, spring, summer, fall changes. Yes, but the severity. I think the weather is manipulated. Yes, it's hurricane season, things like that, but you could spice up the weather and exaggerate the natural conditions, and I think that's what's going on. Yeah, even in Europe too. Europe also is having these floods. I heard. As you all know, Maui, poor Maui, went through all that. Yeah, the the fires in Maui. Excuse me. Let me get some water. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah. So um, Yeah, so I'm concerned about this change in the weather. One thing with this type of weather, it keeps people indoors. It's like they want you under lock and key. They want you just, yeah, and I'm staying indoors a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring my little dogs outside of this weather. No, 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 no. So yes, I've been indoors and it does affect them. It seems to be affecting my little boy. Who's very outgoing. My girls are real laid. My little Shih Tzu in particular is very, very laid back. She loves to stay at home and sleep and eat all day. That's her. I have a niece, she could start to like go in the middle room and bark. And my boy, he can get a more edgy. Yeah. Um, and now it's also getting colder too. Yeah, I have a blanket over my feet. Yeah, it's cold in my apartment now. It's amazing this weather. Just like a week ago, it was warm and I had the windows open. But now it's cold. Now I have to keep the windows closed. Go figure. Yeah, yeah. It's now cold and so now I have to change what I wear. Maybe I'll buy some more pants, thick pants, and tops with long sleeves, thicker sleeves for this weather. Yeah. So yes, so we having this change in the weather, and it's intensifying. And I feel it's man-made, not climate change, but man-made weather, in my opinion. So go figure. I also want to talk to you about this vision that I had, and I wasn't going to share it, but when I saw this video yesterday, someone shared me um, this video of this black woman, and she shared information. Um, and in her video, she showed a picture, and the picture stood out to me because it looked like the person that I saw in the vision. Many of you know that I do this form of meditation um, upon awakening from dreaming or sleeping, and it seems pretty effective to me. And I shared this method with someone, and they're having similar phenomenon about the type how they're seeing certain things. I thought that was interesting. But yes, about yes. Good morning, viewer. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. I hope you're staying warm here if you're in the Northeast in the US. I hope you stay. Yeah, it's kind of cold out there. Yeah, the fall is right around the corner, boy. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, what is it now? Is it fall yet, or is it fall in October? Yeah, and if you know when the official date for fall is, yeah, I have the feeling it already started. Yeah, let me know. So, oh, want to see, yeah. Many of you know who have been following my channel that I do a type of meditation in the morning. It's real easy to do, and I find it very effective. More effective than when or what when you're doing things in your home, whatever, and then you want to do a formal meditation. You know what I mean? Um, I find the method I do quicker in getting to like an altered state of mind. Um, and I think because like if you're coming out of a sleep or dreaming, you're already relaxed, but it's that much easier if you exploit that relaxedness and that your brain waves are a certain way upon awakening. You can manipulate it to um, I could say it's like elongating the phase between awakeness and sleep. you're exploiting that. You stay really relaxed and conscious that you're awake. You know, once you awaken from sleep or from dream, you waking up, you just keep your eyes closed. It's okay, I'm gonna go, like it's like bridging the two realities, dream world and your conscious world. That bridge, you're elongating it. At least that's how I interpret it, what's happening. And so it's that much easier because you're already in that world, so to speak. And with a conscious awareness, go through it. You know, you keep your eyes closed and you use your eyelids, so to speak, as a screen to see um, through your third eye. And each time I do, it's not always the same how you experience what you see. It could be different. And so I've been doing this method since 2017. And so what I saw about, I think it was 3 days ago now, and I wasn't going to talk about it because it just seemed so weird. I mean, I'm seeing things. Sometimes I see things, I don't understand what I'm seeing because I cannot see the whole thing, because sometimes I'm seeing something up close. So I cannot see through the context of what is around that thing that I'm looking at. Um, it could be distorted. But what I saw, I think it was 3 days ago. So today is September 30th. So 3 days ago, okay, 2023. Yeah, I always like to give a marker of what year, month I see things. Just for my, you know, it's like logging in what your experiences are. So you can also see different trends over the years, know that what season it is. So, oh, where was I now? I think I might have been in my bedroom at the time. Yeah, I think it was my bedroom that day. Yeah, because sometimes I sleep in my bedroom, and then sometimes I sleep in my living room and watch, fall asleep watching videos. So, and yeah, and I had my probably had my device on, my um, iPad. And why I mention things like that, like if I have a device on, is because I believe that sometimes your electronic devices can influence the energy waves in the room, and it might interfere or influence the things that you see. And so that's why I always give a mention of that. So what I saw was this. I saw a person's face up close, very, very up close, around maybe 4 inches away from their face. And it was a bizarre looking, I mean, a very bizarre looking face. It was female, and the face was a jet black female, young, seemed very young. And I know I saw part of the shoulders, part of the torso, the top part of the torso, and the whole face. And as I was viewing them, seeing them on their slightly to my left, the left hand side. Sorry, I'm getting pop-ups here. Yeah, I don't remember what the hair, what hairdo that the person had. This woman, it was a female, but I believe it was short. But the face was very unique, very, very, and I've never seen a face like this. It was like a miniature face, And I think the person was moving, or the person was looking at something. I don't remember what I think the arms were in front of them. They were looking at something with intensity. Again, very jet black skin, very smooth, beautiful, beautiful complexion. Um, a short, like the height of the face was maybe half of my face. That's my face that you're seeing in the video. Um, about half the size of my face. So it's almost like a child's face, the size of a child's face, little child's face. It had an extremely curvy face. What do I mean by a curvy face? It had a big, like a round forehead, like a curvy forehead. Like my forehead is like flat, but hers was very pronounced, very very pronounced, very round. You know, um, chubby cheeks. It's like chubby cheeks, like some babies. Some babies with the real full cheeks like that. Very full lips, very shapely and full, very, very but narrow, extremely shapely, puffy. And then like I get this, the eyes. That's what was more shocking. I've never seen eyes like this. I mean, you see people with large eyes. Like I'm considered to have large eyes. Uh, but this was beyond large. Imagine like I have a heavy eyelid. I have a very full eyelid. If you see me straight, looking straight on, my eyelids are very full. You can see the whole eyelid with me. Like some people have a short eyelid, people from East Asia, a small eyelid, but mine is big. But imagine the eyeball itself being so big. The eyeballs were also very big, and that it protruded from the eyelids. It like surpassed, I kid you not, the eyeball surpassed the eyelid so much, like as if half the eyeball itself is outside of the eyelid. And so you saw all this white part of the eye. I'm not talking about like when people get excited when they talk like I have large eyes, considered to have a large eye. And when I get excited, it's edgy, whatever. Yes, my eyes would show more, come out, be more pronounced. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about that just naturally it's outside of the eyelid. Really, really big, big, big. Most of the eyeball was out. And she had dark brown eyes. Dark brown, she was brunette, brunette. And I remember she was looking at something. What in the world was that? What was it? Never seen something like that. But I was watching this video, and in watching the video, it was a very interesting video on different levels. And I'm going to talk about that video as well. But yeah, I wanted to show you, so you have an idea of what the person sort of looked like. Okay, so I'm going to share your screen. Okay, it's going to take a few seconds. Share screen, yes. Okay, allow. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to show you, just to get a kind of, okay, this YouTuber was sharing a video. See what this face look like? To the right. I hope you can see my cursor. When I move my cursor, you can see where I'm moving up and down. Okay. And I was motivated to share about the vision because I saw this picture. Okay. See how, this could be like a child, you know, but it's a small head, small. It's kind of curvy, similar to that. I mean, that kind of shape, but again, it's puffy, even bigger. But it reminded me of this because of the coloring and the, 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 the roundness, but the roundness of the forehead, I think, was even bigger. It's just like a round, boom, and the cheek. But it reminded me of this face. That's the reason why I wanted to share this video. But I saw something like this, okay? So when I was watching this video and saw this portion of this video, I said, oh wow, that reminded me of the young woman, that I saw. Yeah, some of the visions that I see, like I've had experience that some of the things that I saw, that it saw me and it reacted to my presence. And again, I don't know, when I see things, I don't ask to see that. Whatever what I see is what I see. I never try to invade anybody's privacy. That's far from what I want to do. I don't believe in invading people's privacy. That's privacy is very important, So, but I see what I see, and it reminded me of this type of face. Have any of you ever saw a being, a person, like that? Yeah, I'm seeing weird. I know. I mean, I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke that wacky stuff. No, I don't do any of that. I just do my form of meditation upon awakening, and it allows me to see so many things. It's unbelievable. And yeah, the vision didn't last long, but I saw this woman. It was a woman, young woman. I can't tell how old she was, but that she just seemed, yeah, I don't think she was a child, even though the person had a tiny face, tiny body. I mean, I just saw part of the shoulders and just part of the torso, just a little part of it. Again, it's zoomed in. My looking at her I was up close. There's the face I was focused on. And then I think the distance went a little further back, away from her. And then I noticed her neck. It's like the neck was like the size of the width of a pencil. And it was like real close to the shoulders. It didn't like have a real neck, like real long neck. It really didn't have a neck, but it had like something attached to the body to have the head on. And it was thin like a pencil that in the United States, a standard pencil that you write with. And it might have been like a half an inch in length. Or even shorter. It was like that, like you could barely see it. I said, that's her neck. I said, oh wow. But that's what I saw. What is going on? What is going on? And I think what I want to do now, like this person's video. I've never seen her before. Again, someone referred to me this video. And they entitle it Black Nobility is our true enemies. It's white. it's way deeper than a meat suit. Yeah, so someone shared me the video, but even though when I initially saw it, I said, "Oh wow!" I said, "Wow, let me," because I was impressed. I liked the lady's persona, you know. Yeah, I sure wish she looked like, she had just contacted. She just responded to, okay, this is she. Let me see any other picture. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Just a clear. I want to get. Okay, I just did that aside like that. Oops. Just trying to get a clear picture so you can see it clearly. Okay, that's a better view, so you can see most of her. Yeah, and she comes across very, very confident, very bold. And I said, well, let me listen to this lady here, and she goes by, okay, her channel name is Ra Bell. Okay. Now I did watch some of her stuff. Okay, that's, I always want to give, you know, I found her interesting. Yeah, I did find this video interesting, but at times very problematic. But I think she means well. But some of the information I thought was problematic. And but I initially liked her. She's very forceful. I'll shoot just a snippet of it. Okay, just so you get the flavor of how she talks.
And you saw that this brooch, and they said this woman was trying to be racist because she wore that brooch. See, that's not of a slave. That's not a slave. That's a royalty. Those are the leaders of Europe. Those are this right here is who in charge, and they pay homage to them. See, if you go in Europe, this is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to see in Europe. She wasn't trying to be racist at all. She wasn't. It wasn't even about being racist. They paid homage to the black nobility. The reason why is because that's why they got their wealth. And see, it's for us to not understand who's really in charge of it. See, we keep our eye on this white man and this white woman. We keep our eye on them. And a lot of white people don't know what the hell is going on. They don't understand. A lot of them do, but some of them really don't understand what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you a flavor. And so this is like 5 minutes into the video. And I thought, wow, I just thought it was interesting. And she shared about she shared a video with the Pope, the current Pope, kissing the feet of these black people. Now, um, again, some of the things that she shares in this, like, I mean, I don't want to. I'm not here to badmouth anybody. Again, I personally don't know her. This is the first time I've seen her video. Someone shared me the link, and so that's why I watched it. Um, but it seems that like that. Okay, it's hard for me to get my thoughts out now because there's so many different levels of this video. But you can watch it yourself, this video, and what do you come with? Like she wants what I initially admired about uh her was her delivery. She comes across very confident. What she's wearing, she's not ashamed of her body. She presents herself as a confident woman, and that's what appealed to me. But even though someone might appeal to you visually, um, what is the information that they're given accurate about certain things? Is it, are some things pulled out of context? And that's where, like, like she gave, like she was saying that about who is black, we call it a black nobility, and that in essence, you know, somebody might look like you, but they're not about you, and that I think she's hit that on the head. But like she was saying that this leader of the past, um, Dubois, uh, oh, he was from America. She was saying a lot of the leaders, black leaders, are not actually American, but they might be from Africa. And that was incorrect. Dubois or Du Bois, depending on the pronunciation, it's a French name, but Americans might pronounce it Du Bois. And she said that he was Ghanaian, from Ghana, West Africa. And that's a big, uh, that was a big error on her part. Du Bois was born in America and born and raised, and he did travel some, he did travel, um, but he was not born in Ghana. He was invited he was 2 years old, about 92 years of age, when he was invited, when he arrived in the country of Ghana, that's in West Africa. So I think that's a big error because she's saying that that some of the black leaders, many of the black leaders that are pro-African, um, that they're not representing you. So that is problematic because he was not born in Africa. Yes, Du Bois of African heritage. He was a mixed blood. So sometimes in their, I think some YouTubers in their desire to try to encourage Black pride, they may share information, but it's not true. So now what's his name? Garvey. Now Garvey was a Pan Africanist. He was a Jamaican, and he went to different places before he came to the United States. And he accomplished a lot here, but they got him on mail fraud, so he did some time in jail, and then the U.S. Deported him out. But yes, he was a foreign-born of Jamaican ancestry. So at least that one, that she is correct. Not everybody who might be speaking on your behalf is about you. That I agree with her. But some of the information, I think in her zeal, was inaccurate. I thought this video here was interesting to see. They showed the Pope kissing, is it this one? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna share this.
Look at this video. Look at that video.
This is the Pope kissing the feet of these African people.
Look at that. That's Pope. And he kissing those right there are the black nobility. Them right there, that's why he kissing their feet. Look at them. Look at them. The reason why he kissing their feet is because They're nothing but the gatekeepers. Boulay is the gatekeepers to us. They the gatekeepers to Boulay. And then the black nobility is who put them there to make it seem as though they have all the power. So we never look at melanated people that look like us. We've been bamboozled. Look at this. He can barely breathe, but he's kneeling down because they gave them power.
Okay. Okay. Now, I thought that part was a little problematic. Well, when I first saw it, again, that part was at the 1 minute plus marker of the video. And so this was the very beginning of the video, and I was very amazed. But when you check online, you have to get things in context. You have to get things in context. Yes, what you see is the Pope, the current Pope, kissing these feet. But who are these people? Now, when I went online, okay, the nationality of those people, they're Sudanese. They're from South Sudan. And South Sudan was going through war with the North. The South Sudanese people are, in general, a lot of Christianity. But the North half is controlled by Islam. And so there was a conflict between Islamic North and predominantly Christian South. And a lot of the women from the South Sudan was being raped by the men of the North. In Arab, it seems like the Arab Muslim culture and identity, your identity is based on who your father is. And so if your father is of that, so-called Arabic, and in general, a lot of Arabs are Islamic. If you're born of that, you are classified as an Arab. So the North is, they're black skinned, but they're not as black as the South Sudanese, which have little mixing. So the North has mixing with, I guess, the people from Egypt, and kind of mixed in a little bit, but they're dark-skinned people. But their features are a little different because they're mixed with a little bit of the Arab-speaking, people of the north of them, which is Egypt. Egyptians come in different shades of color as well. But so that's what's happening. But the context of what's happening with the people that you saw kissing the Pope kissing these people's feet, it's not because of black nobility. And so so when we watch the video, we believe it, but that's not the context. But let me just show you, let me see here. I'm going to show you a clip. Okay, let me see if I can find something here. Okay, I'm still sharing the screen. Let me type in something here, if I can do it. Okay. Let me see if I can find, let me do something. I'm sorry. On the cross side of that, I'm gonna do a search. Pope kissing African feet. Okay, let's see right here. Yeah, I looked at it before, but to get it in the context, let me see here. Okay, let's see here. Why did the Pope visit South Sudan? Yeah, because these people are Sudanese. Yeah, see that? Pope kisses feet of South Sudan leaders, urging them to Yeah, let me just show that. Yeah, because it's a war going on. See that first one, that was dated 2019. Let me see here, yeah, 2019. Okay, Pope Francis kisses feet of rival South Sudan leaders. Inquirer. Let's see here. Let me see what they say. Why? Well, yeah, I want to try to put it in context. Let's see here. Okay, why did the Pope visit South Sudan? France, Francis is in South Sudan on this. Francis, I forgot the name, is in South Sudan on the second leg of a 6-day trip that started in Congo, that's in Africa, hoping to bring comfort and encouragement to two countries that have been riven by poverty, conflicts, and what he calls a colonialist mentality that has exploited Africa for centuries. Okay. So it has nothing to do that these people aren't, they're leaders in the country, but let's see what else it says. Let's see. Oops, I thought it was going to show more information. Okay. Let's see, maybe if I click on this. Okay. Okay, so you see here, let's see what the caption says. Pope Francis arrives to celebrate Mass at the, I can't pronounce that, in Juba, South Sudan, Sunday. Oh, this is earlier. Okay, that's not 2019. Okay, interesting. This is relatively recent. This is in 2023, February 5, 2023. Let me see here. But to put in, want to put in context what was going on. Let's see here. Okay. Well, it would be better. Let me go back. Okay, if this article is 2023, then it's not put in context because the kissing of the feet, as you see it, it's all done in 2019. Let me see here. Let's see. Okay, Pope kisses feet of South. Okay, let's see who the leaders are. Okay. Okay, this is the one put in context. Okay. Okay, as you see here, April 11th, 2019. Okay, so I want to put in context the actual event that she's showing. That's in 2019 of the kissing the feet. The Pope kisses feet of South Sudan leaders, urging them to keep the peace. Okay. Pope Francis, in dramatic gesture after an unprecedented retreat at the Vatican, knelt to kiss the feet of South Sudan's previously warring leaders on Thursday as he urged them to not return to a civil war. So that's what it's about. The current leaders he appealed to President Salva Kiir, and that's your pronunciation, his former deputy turned rebel leader, Riek Machar, and three. So let me get some water. Sorry. Excuse me. Wow. Sorry about that, people. Yeah. Okay, three other vice presidents to respect and armistice they sign and commit to forming a unity government next month. I am asking you as a brother to stay in peace. I am asking you with my heart, let us go forward. There will be many problems, but they will not overcome us. Resolve your problems, Francis said in improvised remarks, etc., etc. Okay. Okay, so that's what that's all about. So these are, the current leaders of South Sudan, okay. So it has nothing to do with black nobility. It's about a political thing that's happening in Sudan. They're fighting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. South Sudan has been having a lot of problems. Let me go back to that original video. So, going back to her. Okay, and I think I'm doing. I'm not trying to. I want to put things in the right context. See, a lot of times, people may mean well in trying to encourage Black Americans like myself to take pride in their history, but it seems like also there's a new movement. There's movements within the Black community. Some Blacks are being told that they're actually Indians, and she talks about that too. It got confusing at what point, where she was coming from. But this was, I felt that this part about the Sudanese people, that the information was taken out of context. I felt um, to um, justify her stance on what they call the black nobility, and that the black nobility is deceiving modern day Black America. I mean, that could be true that you have people, blacks in power. Just took a look at the former um, mayor of I think she's from Chicago, Miss Lightfoot. That here she's a black woman, but she was doing things that harmed the blacks. Her policy, things that she was doing, it was hurting the well-being of Black Americans of her jurisdiction, and she's involved. I think she might be even married to a woman. Let me see if she's, because I want to substantiate that. Let me just see here. Let me see here. Let me see here. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna test out something. Click on that. Okay. Former mayor. Oops, sorry. Mayor of Chicago. What's her name? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Lori Lightfoot. Yeah, Lori. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, Lori Lightfoot. But I think she's married to a woman. Let's see. Okay, what is Lori Lightfoot's nationality? Let's see. Who is? Okay, who is Lori? Okay, I'm gonna type in. Who is Lori Lightfoot married to? Okay, Lori Lightfoot partner. There you go. Ishulman. Ishulman. Okay. See, I want to substantiate. Okay, so this is Lori Lightfoot, and Lori Lightfoot says spouse, Amy Ishulman. That sounds, what is her nationality? Let me get her ethnicity. Okay, you see who she is. Okay, what is, First Lady Amy, oh God, let's see. Okay. Who is Lori Lightfoot's wife? Amy Isherman. Okay, is a local community leader and philanthropist from Sterling, Illinois. What is her? Tell you, see a picture of them here. Okay. Wow, she's tall too. That is okay. And these are your leaders. These are your so-called black leaders. See, let's see here. Lori Lightfoot is recognized as the first openly lesbian African American woman to be elected mayor. Sorry. I laugh because it's like I didn't know about this until earlier this year. I mean, it's like we go, Black America goes through all this stuff, and we get involved with people. I don't know where we find some of these people. I'm trying to say, and these people representing you. Okay, when did Lori Lightfoot marry Eshelman? Okay. Okay, on May 31, 2014, Lightfoot and Isherman tied the knot on the same day same-sex marriage was made legal in Illinois. Hello? So it seems like the black community is, in my opinion, being infiltrated by people outside of the community into certain lifestyles. Again, your lifestyle is your business. Who you marry, who you love is your business. Okay. And they got a daughter. First Lady Ashman with their daughter. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's all I can see there. Okay, so I just wanted to show you because I want to, I didn't want to give wrong information. Yeah, because I heard about it. Okay, they tied the knot. Okay, let me go back. So yes, be careful about, Lori Lightfoot is not black nobility at all, but the flavor of not everybody, who looks like you, that they don't represent you. That she's on the head with, but some of the information she shared to prove that point was problematic. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, that's my real issue. It was an interesting video, and what I also learned by watching this video of hers that you see here is that we may get black people, black Americans, and they may sound very confident and uh, talk real fast, but doesn't mean that the information that they're giving is correct. They may share information. Yeah, there's books also that's being shared within the black community. And I think you may actually have, what do you call it, like publishing houses, publishers, black publishers, and they're publishing books, but not all the books that they share. It could be biased. Any book could be biased. But like some of the data on it, because they want to prove, they want you to believe a certain thing. But if you read it, say, hey, wait a minute, like she's made, oh God, yeah, it's just a lot of things that are, if you examine it yourself, they make it sound real because they're saying it with such passion. But it's not true. A lot of the information they have, they were saying like, this woman was saying that, um, what's his name? Um, oh, not Harry Belafonte, okay. Cindy Poitier. She was saying that Sidney Poitier is part of the black nobility. Sidney Poitier died recently. He died, I think, early last year. Sidney Poitier, she says, was an African, well, yes, of African heritage, like many of us here in the United States, but was born there. No, he was not. Sidney Poitier was, well, he was physically born in Florida to parents from the Bahamas. The Bahamas is right next to Florida. And they had come to visit Florida, and the mom was pregnant. She had she fell into labor early. Uh, Portier was born prematurely. So that's why he was physically born in Florida. But his parents, his parents were from um, um, Bahamas, but he was not. He was not born in. He was not born in Africa. Yeah, she's saying a lot of the black leaders are pro, Pan African type people from the past were from Africa, um, and that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case here. Marcus Garvey was not born in Africa, but he was Jamaican. Um, uh, Harry, um, Porty was born again in the U.S., Florida, but his parents were from Bahamas. Um, the other people that she mentioned. So she made a mistake about locations where someone was from. So, but I do believe that people who in America, living in America, may not be born in the United States and may be representing the Black Americans and they encourage you to go back to Africa Black movement. That does happen. I watched a lot of videos of women leaving, encouraged to leave the U.S. and go move abroad, and I almost did that last year. Yeah, I watched it a lot, a lot of videos about moving. You bet. But um, to call it, I mean, there is some things in history of Black nobility of Europe. She said that the Black nobility of Europe is what's working behind the scenes on everything, and I guess she suggested even the Pope that they control the Pope, you know. But again, as I share with you that those people that you saw the Pope kiss, this was they're not Black nobility. They are leaders in Sudan, but it was he's not kissing them their feet because he thinks that they're Black nobility, but he's trying to bring about peace in that part of the world, you know. So that's all that I really wanted to say about that. I think that's all that I really wanted to talk about. Yeah. So this video, that I'm showing you here, this woman, because she had shared a photo of that little Black child, you know, that one. That's what got me to open up this video to share with you, what the person in my vision looked like. It had a face something like this, the same coloring, similar shape, but the eyes were gigantic. It was out, the eyeballs was actually outside of the, what looked like outside of the socket. And it seemed like that naturally. It was unreal. Yeah. So I'm seeing things. Okay, I'm gonna end my screen sharing now. Okay, I'm back on. Yeah, so I just wanted to, share with you that video. I mean, watch watch her video in your leisure, but examine it closely. No one is always 100%. Sometimes, we could err, and I've erred, in things. I'm sure I've erred in some of the information I gave, not intentionally. And if I make a mistake of something, I want to change it because I am about, I want to be aware of what's going on around me, you know. But I just say, no matter who you are, no matter what your complexion, your genetics, or where you're born, celebrate yourself. You don't have to celebrate a photo of somebody, getting someone out of context. Sometimes people pull video, pull pictures and say that they're from a particular era, particular location, and it's not true because they want to tell you a narrative to believe it because they want you to believe certain things about yourself. And it seems like over the internet is a movement for blacks to not embrace their African heritage, but to make oftentimes false claims of being here before Columbus. Have there ever been any black person here before Columbus? Well, there's artifacts in Illinois, in this cave in Illinois, that show artifacts of these coins, and they represented different ethnic groups, the traditional so-called Black African, the like Central Asian type, and then the European. And the scientists believe that it was a cave where they did initiations. It was a meeting place for people uh, in the old world, whether it be Africa, Europe, or Asia, and met here. So I thought that was interesting. And could there have been? Sure, there could have been. But overwhelmingly, people, most of us brown, black face, brown faced people, well, it's brown now, but it started out black. We come from Africa, and nothing's wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. And if you have shame about it, it's the shame comes about through the lies of the media, the lies of what they say about Africa, you know. Um, but if you find out the truth, I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to live there. You live where you want to live. And yes, last year I was on my way to Africa. I was getting things together and something happened. So yes, I still think about it. I still think about moving overseas, yes. Sometimes I might do, but it may not be in Africa. Yeah, things are getting kind of dicey here in New York City, and I'm worried. I'm worried about uh, the migrant situation and the microaggressions that come about that I talked to you about the past week or so. Yes, so it's something that I still might do, um, but I don't know yet. It's, I mean, the world right now, I don't want to move, what they call, out of the pot but into the fire. That can happen. I mean, right now, there's a lot of frailty around the world. There's uh, flooding happening in Europe, the fires in Maui, um, earthquake. happening in Central America. It's like, where is it safe? Where is it? So it's something I really have to weigh it out. Um, but I don't feel safe here. I've been staying indoors more and more, and my little dogs, it's affecting their behavior. You know, and now the weather's getting really cold now. Yeah, yeah, there's weather change, all right, but I believe the weather change. There's natural changing of the seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. But it's getting now exaggerated. I feel it's just how I feel that it's being manipulated by um, science. That's what I believe. So who knows, people? I love America. Born and raised here. I love New York City. It is the best city in the whole world, but now it's cuckoo. People are acting very bizarre. Um, Migrants are getting more, um, they're being placed in positions. So they're allowing Black Americans living in New York City, they're denying us jobs. They're denying us jobs. They're denying us jobs in the construction sites. And I felt betrayed. I felt betrayed by my fellow New Yorkers who are hiring these people, these what they call migrants slash illegals. Many of them are illegal. If someone is migrating, ask them, hey, where are you migrating to? And were you invited to come? Were you invited to come and migrate? A migrant is someone that has a destination point. Where's the destination point? And it's not fair for the local population to finance that migration. They can take out their own wallet and finance their own migration. See, that would be no problem. And you have to come through the front door. The front door. They have to be vetted. Not everybody comes into a country with good intentions, regardless of their race. It's not about race. It's not about race. It's about intention and the intention of the people who are sponsoring them and then dropping them like a hot potato in these, because see, they don't have permanent stay in the hotels here. They have 60 days, and after 60 days, they kick them out. And that's someone else then, another migrant. So where are these people going to be living? You can't have them on the street. Fall is here, and it's cold, and it's wet now. And some locations, there's flooding. Yeah, I mentioned earlier in this live stream that it's flooding. It was raining like cats and dogs yesterday, very heavy. And I found out how heavy it was when I looked, I found a video this morning, and it looked like a river in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is underwater. Yeah, Brooklyn is a lowlands, so it's very prone to flooding. Yeah, and parts of Manhattan too. Downtown Manhattan by Battery Park. We had a hurricane before a couple of years ago, and down there was all flooded out. Yeah, really, really, really bad. Um, so yeah, yeah. So for them to bring them during this season, right now, when the winter weather's getting cold, it's not safe for them to be out there. And then with that, they can get sick. They can get sick. Yeah, little children. So it's careless of the people who sponsored them to their ride up to the border and then drop them. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair for the community, the people, the residents. It's unfair. It's unfair. They dropping them in poorer communities, and they always start off first with black people. And that's what gets me angry because it's affecting my community. But you had, yes, like that YouTuber showed you, yes, you have some people who try to trick you and make you think, hey, I'm the same race or the same color as you. But as I showed you with Lori Lightfoot, that she was not about the black community. And it seems like the person that she married is, I will call it, in my word, her handler. Her handler. And that name is a very exotic name. And I know what that name sounds like. And historically, that name is very problematic within the black community. And some of the so-called black institutions were not formed by black people, but people of this other community. But they want you to think, black people, that they are representing you. And I'm saying that it doesn't appear to be representing you. If you look at where you are as a black community and those other people, and you compare both neighborhoods, who's prospering and who isn't, and let that be the truth of what's really happening. Are they giving you misinformation? Are they manipulating you? Were they behind the BLM movement from 3 years ago? That was a total flop, total flop. It seems like people, and anybody could be an implant within the black community. They'll use anybody that you will believe in, like Obama. He might have looked like you, but he was not of your community. He was not raised in your community. He did not go to your schools. And it's not even sure where he was physically born. But we know he did live in Hawaii. You notice how come Obama never spoke about I've never I mean if anybody here who's listening now, if you've seen him Obama speak on behalf of Hawaii. Yeah, he lived on Oahu and not Maui, but it's the state of Hawaii. And I never heard him speak out about Hawaii. Now, number 45 went and visited Maui. Okay. And he's clearly not from there. Number 45 is from Queens, where I'm from. So why didn't Obama and here the state of Hawaii overwhelmingly voted for him? So why couldn't he go there and give them that respect? Because he didn't respect them, I guess. I don't know. I know. Only he knows what's in his heart. But he could help to, what's that? Remember, he started as a community, what do you call it? Community, oh God, what do you call it? Community rep, like advisor. Oh, what's that word? What's the word I'm thinking of? Community something, Obama. How come he can't go and represent those poor people in the state of Hawaii, in particular Maui, of the injustice that are happening to them? Oh, that's what organizer, community organizer. Couldn't Obama, with his experience as president, former president, go to Maui and stand alongside those people who got screwed in the fire? In my opinion, it was horrible what happened in Hawaii. Horrible. Now they're planning on putting those people, set up these little houses. They look like a box. It looks like a prison. Go look at those videos, what they're planning for those people there. I guess maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Yeah, it seems like the places that I used to live, somehow it just going down tubes. Yeah, I had, I had moved to Maui many years ago, about 25 years ago. I lived in Maui, and I lived in that town that I showed you the video where I used to live. It was all burnt to a crisp. Yeah, I lived right in Lahaina town. I lived right there for about 5 months. And I worked right on Front Street, you know. It still hurts me. It's bittersweet. I liked a lot of things about Maui, but I had to leave. It was very corrupt. The people who have the power to hire and fire were not very kind to me. They're not very kind to Black people, Black American people. But you could be a white person, you could be an Asian person, a light-skinned Asian person, and you could be from certain parts of the Pacific Islands, not all of them, but mostly if you come from Asia, East Asia, Southeast Asia, they love you, you know. And so when I think about it, I feel pain in my heart because to be denied certain jobs there solely because they didn't want me to work for them. I was on, as I mentioned several videos ago regarding Maui. Um, I'm the only one. I took an exam, a civil service exam, and I'm the only one that passed the exam. But what I don't know is how many people took the exam. I just know I'm the only one that was on the list, is therefore the only one that passed it. So I don't know whether I'm the only one in the state of Hawaii or Maui who took the exam. That I don't know. I just know I'm the only one that was on the civil service list of those who took the baker's exam or something like school baker exam. And there were 5 jobs available, and they excluded me from all 5. And they did horrible things to me. They dropped a can of pencils over my head on purpose to look under my dress. Oh, when I think about the horrible things that they did to me over there, or I can't even mention what they did to me in the movie theater. Yeah, yeah. Aloha to you too. Aloha to you too. Yeah. There were people who were kind in every sense of the word, and whose heart was pure gold. But honey, I met people there who were like witches, in my opinion. Witchery, black witchery. You know, nothing wrong about doing magic, but when you do evil upon somebody who does, and I'm a veteran too, so it's things like that bug me. But it's a love hate that I have for Maui. I wanted when I remember when the plane flew over the island, I said, "Oh, this is so beautiful." Yet it looks as beautiful as it looks. Oh yes, oh yes. It was so beautiful, and I really wanted to work, but after 3 years, almost 3 years there, I said I have to go. Yeah, I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. Um, and so I left in 2001, July 2001. I left, and then shortly after that, in September, 9/11 happened. Yeah, yeah. So my plan was just to go back to New York City, where I'm from, get my debt out the way, and then go back to Maui, on a clean slate. So sometimes life happens to you, but sometimes life happens to you because it's protecting you from further danger. And I think that's what part of it was. And in hindsight, if I was still in Lahaina, what would have happened to me? What would have happened to me if I would have stayed in Lahaina? I did move from Lahaina after again, I was in Lahaina for about 5 months. About 5 months I was there. Um, but I worked in Lahaina for about a year. Yeah, I was in Lahaina town for maybe a year, but I lived in Lahaina for about 5 months, something like that. And then I moved to West Maui, near the airport, relatively near the airport. I lived in Wailuku, and a lot of the shopping is in Kahului, all the shopping center, they have a mall there. Um, so things happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason in history. Um, I do feel that Black America has to really, we're getting people to speak on our behalf, but not all of them have your best interest. And so it's really up to you to even examine me, examine what people say and motives behind what they say. What are they really about? People can tell you what we call truths, are the truths to manipulate you in order to do something. Is it to shock you, to force you to do something that you wouldn't really have the desire of doing? Look, look into your leaders. I'm shocked that people would vote for Lori Lightfoot as mayor. Why would they do that? So it's like, was she really about her constituent? Who is her constituent? Always look at the people who, look at the lives of the people who you want to vote for. Who are they married to? Who are their spouses? That's a good indication of someone's character, what they're about. Who are they married to? Are they married from people of your culture or heritage? Things like that. And again, you marry who you want to marry. You marry who you want to marry, but don't hide behind it. Even the governor of Hawaii, the governor of Hawaii is of one particular background. He was on the island for about 20 years, something like that. He's a medical doctor, but he's doing things isn't for the people. Again, people. Who are you putting to represent you? They do have a so-called Hawaiian mayor, but you see, but by his action though, with this fire, seems to be kissing the you know what of the governor. And who's the governor representing? The UN? This agenda for creating this Green New Deal? It's things that are happening. And somehow they're getting into positions of power and you're voting them in. You're marrying into them. But they're not about you. So that other YouTuber that I showed you, the black woman I showed you, she has some things she's saying is true. Not everybody who looks like you is about you. That she's 100% on. But some of the things, the information was problematic. But I encourage you to watch it watch it yourself, and put things on pause when she mentions where someone was born or from, and who are the black nobility. Sidney Poitier is not black nobility. He's not. Um, But if you want to, honor him because he was a famous actor, he was an actor, someone who plays a part. It's not real. And Du Bois was not born in Africa, but the last 3 years of his life, he was 95 when he died. Yes, he died in Ghana, but he was not Ghanaian. He's American and a long history of American blood. I didn't say American Indian blood, it's American blood. He was born here. His family was in the Americans of North America for generations, plural. He was not from Ghana. Okay, so again, some of the things that we say, is problematic, and just to just see for yourself, put it on pause when someone makes a claim about something. Put the video on pause, and then with the aid of going on the internet, you can find information. Yes, we all know not everything on the internet is true, yeah, but you just kind of feel it out and it kind of check because people are creating an atmosphere of something through, that they combine certain things in their videos to make a point about something, but it doesn't hold weight. When you examine their data, it doesn't hold weight or it's put out of perspective. It's distorted a bit. That's all I'm saying. So yes, yeah, these days are really things are changing so quickly. It's hard for me to like catch my breath, so to speak. Things are just happening so much. Yeah, I understand that the what they call this, the things that you put over your face that medical doctors use in the office, that they want to try to push that back again upon the public. I mean, your health, people, is your business. It's your own business. But not everything that people tell you to do, health-wise, is not always healthy. To put something over your breathing, your nose and your mouth, 24/7, is problematic. You need clean air to breathe. Breathe in deeply, people. Breathe in deeply. If you have an opportunity to breathe clean air deeply, do so. Do so. Do so. Yes, you got to do so. Because that helps build up your immune system. Build up your immune system. Putting a suffocating device on does not provide wellness. And if they really cared about your wellness, wouldn't they give you things to build up your immune system? And if the air was that toxic, why don't they give you a biohazard suit and an air tank so you are shielded from the pathogens and you breathe in your own clean air through an oxygen tank? If they really felt that the air was toxic from these pathogens. But see, they don't. They put on this thing over the face that the pores of it is larger than the pathogen itself. It goes through. So how is that going to protect you? You have your right as a human being to breathe in clean air. And for them to force you to wear something on your face, and they're not your personal physician, do they have a medical license to tell you, to order you to put something over your mouth, and you knowing that you cannot breathe well on it? You don't have they don't have a right to force harm over your body. A mandate is not a law. And yeah, they try to intimidate me. Yes, yeah. I was visiting my mom, bringing home some treats for her, and it takes a long time to get there. and it was pouring rain on me, and I had these food that was in a box, and the box was too big, and only half of the box, the plastic bag they gave me at the store, only half of the box was covered, the other half was exposed to the element, and it was about to tear. And so when I went to enter the bus, it was just two people that were to enter on, me and the man in front of me. The man got on, and then when I went to enter on the bus driver slams the door in my face. And so I knocked, I said, hey, open up. And he refused to open up. And I said, what's going on here? And then he opens it up after a couple of some seconds. And when I got on, he glared at me and he gritted his teeth against me. Now this guy had that device over his face, and then he had those shields. In New York City, they have this, it looks something like a plexiglass shield that protects the bus driver because they think people want to beat up a bus driver. See that they create walls between people. They create tension between people, passenger and driver. Why don't you have a partition to protect passenger from other passengers? Hello? But no, they're not going to do that. And they're making it's a federal crime if you attack a bus driver. See that they're creating laws to increase the likelihood that if you are in violation of it, it's in order to throw you in prison. That's what it's designed to do. It's not designed for peace. It's designed to make an excuse that now you could arrest someone if they threaten a bus driver. What about bus drivers who try to threaten the passengers? That bus driver violated my rights when he slammed the door in my face. Could have slammed it on my hand. Gritted his teeth and shaking his head at the same time. See that what fear does to you? Fear and common sense. He has that thing on his face. Plus he has a plexiglass that's covering, shielding him about a threat. Because I didn't want to wear the thing on my face. Yeah, I didn't put it on after that. Yeah, I had it on my wrist, actually. And my hands were full because I was holding the package that I'm going to be sending to my mom, right? How do you, yeah, I did write them up. I did file a complaint. And they didn't really do anything. They led me to believe that to have a hearing. And they asked, did I want to hear it? I said, you bet. But no, they were just telling me that, I guess, to pacify me. No, or they just, because some months passed. And there, no one got in contact with me. And when is my hearing? Against that bus driver. Oh, well, we spoke to him. I said, well, I thought we were going to go to court. He says, oh, no, I only asked. She says, oh, no, I just asked you if it goes into court, would you want to go to court? I said, yes. Of course I said yes. See, they play games. See, people play games with semantics. It's to get you off guard, to make you think something that's not going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, they probably asked, hey, did you do that? But nothing happened. They keep their job. Isn't that a form of terrorism? Isn't that terrorism? That is a form of terrorism, in my opinion, to do that against a female of the species. He's a man throwing his weight at me. I'm just a female, a small frame female. And this is a big, chubby guy. He should be more concerned about his weight being an issue, putting him at risk for heart disease and diabetes, and not mine not wearing that thing on my face. See, people focus on the wrong thing. Focus on your own health. If what you do protects your health, your personal well-being, and not interfering with anybody else, then do so. you should not impose on others' health. Yeah. So yeah, things are happens here, and the Big Apple. Yeah, stand your ground, people. See, they want to intimidate us. Yeah, I was intimidated. I felt intimidated. I was a little scared. I was. I was. I was wondering what was going to happen if I didn't put on that thing. But I'm tired. I was always shy and always afraid of things. Yeah, I was. I admit it. But I want to come out of my shell, and I want to be brave. I want to walk in dignity, personal dignity. And I was always about my health. I was a health major. I studied nutrition. I got my master's degree in nutrition. I was always about health when because I lived with someone that had diabetes. And if you live with someone with diabetes, you see the progression of the disease, and it's horrible. I said, I don't want to be that. I don't want that to happen to me. But they create a system of diet. Did you know that the have to be very careful how I word this. I'll word it this way. Examine people who follow what they call the food pyramid chart versus those people who have a contrary diet. I mean, I've heard about there are people who shared their experience during the keto diet or the carnivore diet. And some of these people, many of these people, practitioners of that, had a good health outcome when they did that. But when you find Americans who follow the food pyramid chart seem to be overweight, seem to have a lot of medical problems. I mean, they want you to be so programmed, even your eating, and they're trying to discourage Americans to do the keto diet or the carnivore diet again through your own research and through your medical licensed medical practitioner. What would be best for your body? What is good for your body may not be the best for somebody else's body. We all have different needs. And when a system is passing laws and make it a carte blanche, a one size fits all action plan, I have a problem with that because we all have different medical needs. What if the lady's pregnant? You're going to encourage a pregnant lady who's big to have this thing on her face, and so the baby's not getting oxygen or sufficient oxygen? Start asking questions, people. Ask yourself questions. What could happen if you participate in certain things? What can happen? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do what works well best for you. Challenge or ask about these individuals who promoted certain things. Look on different things. Hey, what is this? Even within the keto or carnivore, is it being promoted because they might have cattle? They might have stock in a cattle industry. Who knows? Even with that. But I tell you this. When I now I have to also qualify. I mean, not qualify, but give warning. See, I did go. I am more uh, animal based now, and it does curb your appetite. It does satiate you quicker. It also makes you leaner. It helps you lose tummy fat. Yes, it does. It made me more regular. If you know what I mean. You're going going to the bathroom. But eating the other, the food pyramid, now I was heavily plant-based the vast majority of the time in my life. Um, but I'm not always regular, even on I cook my food. I very rarely eat fast food, and if I do, I get the chicken and broccoli. I love my chicken and broccoli and brown rice. Um, but I see that I'm so that certain foods have what's called lectin. Lectin is it's naturally found in plant-based items. Um, and over time, for some people, it could give them it could irritate their GI tract, and so that's a problem. Um, yes, some people suffer from it, you know, but again, everybody's different. One thing I noticed on a plant-based diet, you always have a big tummy, boy. Yeah, bloating, bloating, bloating. It doesn't matter if I get enzymes for my food. It doesn't help me. It doesn't. I bought it anyhow. I bought something to help me digest my carbs better. Um, but I found that it doesn't really do anything. But when I ate more of an animal scented diet with fat, fat, eat a healthy fat. Don't fry your oil. Do not use fry. A light stir fry is good, but um, your oils, you don't want them to get oxidized because it's a problem. Or you don't like when like if you eat food and it starts to burn the oil, like get these dark spots, in the pan. That means that it's overcooked and it got damaged. The oil, yeah, you don't want that. You can pour things over. Try to eat unprocessed. What do you call organic, first pressed oils, healthy oils, fish oils, you know. Um, and it was um, helping me lose belly fat. I was not having a flat tummy, flat a year. I said, wow. But the years, plant-based, always had a tummy, always had gas, and that is uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, and I don't want that. Um, try, be your, I think, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I think one's health is their own business, and almost other thing. Um, your first line of defense really should be you in your personal wellness. Your personal wellness should be something that helps you. Should be focused on your needs, not anybody else's needs. And you find that, hey, maybe your health will be better. Focus on your own health, your own wellness plan, and live a good life. Um, I still feel like I have an ancestor. Oh, I hope I can find the picture. I don't know where it is. I took a photo. I used one of my devices to snapshot this picture that I saw of my direct ancestor. I think she would be my great great grand aunt, and she was 107 years old. Yeah, 107 when she passed. Just imagine, people. What did that woman eat? She probably did not eat GMO. She probably cooked her own food. And she probably ate in season. And I want to find the picture if I can find it. I'd love to share that with you guys. Um, but I look at the picture, when I saw it, and I said, wow, if she could do it, can't I live that long? I want to live in wellness. I want to live in wellness. I want to be strong to the end. And so I really do want to eat healthy. So if you have the genetics to live a long life, if you can, what did they eat? Again, the food of today is not the same as yesterday. The food from, boy, how old would she be? I mean, she died in the 1970s, and she's 107. Um, so it was like 50 years ago. Um, so it was about 160 years ago. What was the food like back then? It was probably pretty good. You know, the food was wholesome. The meat was wholesome. Yeah, if you could get your own food source and cook your own food. See, a lot of places they use old oil in their cooking, rancid oils. They want you to use it. They don't want you to eat their food. They don't change the oil, and it gets oxidized and is prone to rancidity, and then it gets into your body and causes irritation on your arteries. Your arteries become compromised. So if you can cook your own food, cook your own food. A lot of places put we call it food enhancer. What do they call beef? What do they call it? Beef? No, MSG. They put MSG in the food. Do not eat that. Do not eat anything with MSG. And sometimes they already put it in the food, but then don't add it. You know, don't have them add in the food. Yet, see that things might taste better because things just because things might taste better doesn't make it better. They might put MSG in it. It's a food chemical. It's a food enhancer. It's a flavor enhancer. It enhances the flavor of the food. I think they call it an excite. Is it an excitotoxin? You have to. I'm not sure, but don't take it. A lot of the food you go to the movies, that popcorn, it has this chemical in it. It starts with the letter B as a boy. I forget the name. It's that particular chemical is a chemical they use to make it taste like butter in the popcorn, but it's very carcinogenic, meaning causes cancer. And this is happening to our food sources. you know. Rather than talk about climate change, talk about wellness in the food. Put wellness up front. None of us will live a healthy life without good food. That should be the first thing up there. Having clean water source and clean food, and then clean housing. That should be at the forefront in these elections coming up. Our freedom to be, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. So yes, so I've been on for a while, and yes, yeah, outside is a heavy, heavy overcast. Yes, and happy sunrise. Yeah, the sunrise came about maybe 20 minutes ago. I see. Yeah, 20, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, happy sunrise. And those of you who are watching, if you like this content and you want to support my channel, you could do so by PayPal me. Just go to my channel called Spirit Journey. And on the right side of the banner of the channel, you see my PayPal me link. Just click on the link and follow the prompts. Any amount would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. I thank you in advance. peace, love, joy, and harmony are you? I thank you. Take care of yourself. Until next time. Bye.